So yeah guys, welcome to week 3 of the vlog. I thought I'd show you the sort of day-to-day trip to work from a more personal thing. I know I did in the last one with a few clips, but yeah. So yeah, I got up at 5:30, it is currently 6:13 a.m. I'm gonna get a bus into town, probably get a coffee and some breakfast, and then we'll get the train into Leeds. So I'll probably record another clip in the bridge bus station. But I'll see you then. So yeah, it is 6:30 and we are in Barnsley bus station. The place I wanted to go get coffee is shut, unfortunately, so I guess we're gonna Greg's. So that is part 1 of the journey complete. So about half an hour I'll get the train. That's what I call part 2 or leg 2. But yeah. Yeah, so just finished last leg of the journey by train, just riding Bradford. It's about 8:15, I want to say. Yeah, just a short walk up to the university, and then that's the journey complete. We have made it to campus. I'm gonna go upstairs and drop my lunch off in the office fridge, and then I'm going to be shadowing one of the second year sessions again, just while they figure out the sort of final kinks in their filming plan, which I think they're filming this week. Unfortunately, I'm graduating, and I've got a time off on 2 of the days of their filming, but if I get a chance I might pop in wherever they are on Friday and just see where they're at.
Look at the news. Yeah, but you're staring at him. Action! Cut! Yeah, that was nice.
No, she can't read my poker face. She's got me like nobody. Can't read my. No, she can't read my poker face. She's got me like nobody. Poker face. Poker face. Na 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 na. So yeah, I am recording this on the 30th of November. Haven't really done a lot of these sort of to-camera segments this week, or last week to be honest. Mostly just because I kind of forgot. But yeah, so last week was pretty quiet. It was a lot of just, again, sort of it was a lot of supervising, but obviously last week I graduated, so I wasn't there for 2 days, so it was going to be a bit of a slower week. But I managed to get onto the second year's film set on Friday morning and helped out a bit there. Got some behind the scenes stuff from them that I will probably include in this vlog if I haven't already. You might have already seen that. And as for this week, the week after, it's kind of been chill as well. I recorded the interview with Holly and Jack, which you'll see probably up next, I think, as I record this. Just a little interim about that. I am still sort of getting to grips with the equipment. I used the Sony A7 for the first time and put it on the little phone tripod that I have here. The Sony A7 is clearly too heavy for this phone tripod, so I need to either get a stronger one or see what the Uni can provide for me that is sort of small but also still strong. Just because carrying a big tripod from Bradford to Leeds, along with all the other usual stuff I have, is a bit much. Or I just need to maybe just film these on my phone, lightweight. But the lapel mic worked very well. Don't know if anyone from the Uni of Bradford team is listening. The equipment worked well, I just don't know how to use it. There was also a slight white balancing issue, so no discredit to Holly or Jack. They were very good for the interview and very kind. And I think we got a sort of good conversation from them, which you'll see in a moment. I just don't know how to use cameras very well, so it doesn't look as good as it should, but it's all a learning process for the future. As of anything else, I'm recording this on the Thursday as my sort of closer, because I'm probably going to try and edit and upload this for Friday, and tomorrow I'm practicing for the Uni of Bradford graduations, so I'm going to be helping out a team of not only just the technical staff in general, but a lot of the students get paid experience to go work for the graduations, like recording and filming that, so I'll be doing some prompting, and the rehearsal is tomorrow. But like I said, you'll probably see footage of that tomorrow. There is a plane flying overhead. But yeah, I look forward to the interview with Jack, who's currently on placement at J-Wing, and Holly, who is on placement at Finn, as I just sort of speak to them about their experience on placement, and I get a bit of information about Holly's food blog as well. So yeah, enjoy. Right, so can you just tell me about your names and where you're doing your placements?
Yeah, so I'm Holly, I'm doing my placement at Finn.
And I'm Jack, and I'm doing my placement at J-Wing.
Yeah, so obviously I've spoken a lot about what I'm doing, so I just want to hear a bit about what you guys are doing. So first of all, we'll go back to all the way when you accepted the content creatives sort of thing, and they said like, oh yeah, you're going to work at J-Wing and Finn. What attracted you to those companies? Oh, you're not really sure?
I'd say at first I wasn't really sure because I didn't know who my placement partner was initially going to be, and then as soon as I knew that I was going to be working with Finn, I was really interested. They'd just moved location as well to on Leeds Docks. It was an exciting time for them because then they started telling me that they were going through a new rebrand and that I was going to be a part of that.
Yeah, and I would say quite similar. I didn't really know who J-Wing were, but I Googled them. And they've done lots of cool stuff. They've got some really cool clients. So yeah, it's been super fun. They've also got an office in Australia, so fingers crossed.
Oh, that's cool.
So we'll follow on to, so what primarily have you been doing at your respective placements? Or anything that you will be doing or anything you've enjoyed? Just tell me about things.
Yeah, so I've been taking sort of charge of the social media channels. That's what I'm going to be continuing to be doing throughout the placement. So I've been doing some new content, trying to actually promote and bring to life their new brand.
I've been working with the SEO team, search engine optimization team, learning all about like keywords, and I've done a lot of research into like what people are Googling, and it's really interesting to see like how many people Google things as well. And it's, yeah, so that side of things, as well as like the technical side of things, so like how websites actually work and how Google makes them rank higher on their search pages, and all the technical stuff behind that that companies pay a lot of money for to be able to rank quite highly on Google.
So would you say that the work you're doing now is what you've expected to be doing? So you're enjoying what you're doing, I assume, but is there anything that you think, oh, that I could be doing this, or are you just sort of taking it in your stride?
Sort of just taking it, sort of one step at a time. Obviously, I've got the starting point with something I know and love, which is like the social media sort of side of things, but I'm also interested in then delving into like other areas of the business, like more of the content creation, side of it, how it works, like for website design as well, which is another thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, my attitude to the whole placement was kind of, I don't really know what I want to do in the industry, so I wanted to go into obviously have the training, learn all the fun stuff, and then go and see what it's like in the real world and see each different department, what they do, what it's like on a day-to-day, to see whether I do want to work in the industry, and so far I do, so that's a good sign.
I've also found from content creators that you realise like areas that you actually enjoy doing that you didn't even know you enjoyed doing before.
Yeah, or not even heard of before.
Yeah.
much.
For example, from doing some of the creative briefs, I've realised that I really enjoy video editing, which is something I didn't know I enjoyed before, just simply because I'd not done it before.
Yeah, you can edit this if you want.
Yeah,
It's a shame you've not filmed us separately and you've got to edit it all together. That was really creative, content creatives.
I should have done it like those Hollywood Reporter round table.
Yeah. Multiple cameras.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So obviously we talked a bit about like how you're enjoying your placements, and we're very early in, so you might not have any sort of highlights yet, but is there anything you've really enjoyed working on that you can of course speak about? Don't break any
NDAs. I've not signed an NDA, so I can say what I want.
So I actually helped do a little shoot for Seabrooks Crisps, which was actually where some of my photos actually then got used on the social channels for Seabrooks, which I found really interesting. It was really fun to put together just to see how that process, actually works. So I'd say it's been my highlight so far. Yeah,
and I've been doing a lot of research into new biz opportunities for J-Wing. So I've been looking at how the website currently ranks and areas where it can improve for a couple of different clients, which has really been quite interesting as well, because you really start to see the patterns in the different companies, and you see competitors and how they're ranking and what sort of things people are searching, because then you can make decisions to go into content. So you can say, oh, people are searching for this, let's make some content about it, rather than you have an idea but there's no search volume for it, so there's no point making the content because nobody wants it. So it's quite interesting seeing that backside of it, that you never really think about. But it's even on the training we did a little bit of training on SEO and data-driven decisions, but this is really driven it home that if it doesn't make sense to make the content, then don't make the content. Search out the content that people want and make that content. So it's given me that perspective, and that's been a highlight for it really, because now I can take that and use it going forward throughout my whole career, rather than just here. I can be oh, okay, people are searching for that, people want that, let's go for it.
So sort of talking about content creatives, how do you feel like the 8 weeks of training has sort of prepared you for what you're currently doing?
So I'd definitely say Adobe Premiere Pro for me has been the big one. That's really helped me, even with just putting social media reels together, just all the Adobe tools, like even Adobe Photoshop, that's really helped. But also going back to the in-person training sessions, I found them really informative in terms of idea generation and just basic sort of life skills that really, like help you that you think doesn't necessarily come into the workplace as much, but then when you actually get taught them by experts, you realise that actually that is so relevant to my job.
Yeah, I found, see, for my placement it wasn't as relevant, the training, because the training was very, very creative and very, like you say, like Photoshop and Premiere Pro and learning all about that. But there were parts of it that were really useful, so like working with a team, the soft skills mainly, so working with the team and dealing with resilience and dealing with pitching and pitching skills, like that was all really useful stuff. Obviously I absolutely loved the editing and all of that stuff as well. I'm just not using it right now, but that's not an issue. So you need to think about those soft skill sides of the training as well, because that was so invaluable. Like even from like we had Steve come in for storytelling. It's so useful, just in not even from like a storytelling perspective, just in like a life perspective.
Yeah.
Like it's changed how I view content as well. Like I'll be watching something on TV and I'll be like, oh, that guy is that character archetype and things like that. And Kay as well. Kay was fantastic and so motivational and inspirational, and it really has helped with a lot of the imposter syndrome, making me feel like I do deserve to be there. And I don't feel like I would have got that. I wouldn't have got to that by myself without Kay or some training in that department.
Yeah.
So this is more of a question for Holly, but Jack, feel free to
Yep, go for it. Go for it.
So obviously you run your food vlog sort of social media enterprise, and you've been doing that longer than you've been doing content creatives.
Yeah.
So do you feel like there's sort of like a symbiotic relationship with your new placement and your like food blog, in that they're sort of influencing each other?
Yeah, so it was actually starting my food blog that got me into the whole content creation side of things. Before that I didn't really know that much about it in terms of like how it's promoted on social media, everything like that. So it's from that I've actually got interested in doing content creation. And then I feel like for now working at Finn, it's really helped me in that aspect, because that's actually what Finn wanted me to first do, actually start with the social channels. So I feel like that sort of way, even though say like my food blog is different content, it's a different sort of way of putting content together, it's still really useful. I think what else say for that bit. So I'll end up going off on one about
it's following your passion for
page.
food as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just readjusting.
Yeah.
So like, because obviously this post is Leeds based and Manchester based, if you and obviously your food blog, you do a lot of Leeds spots. Do you feel like you're attached to sort of a certain city or like a certain region of the country, or do you have any aspiration to sort of maybe like go further, abroad or something?
I wouldn't say abroad. I'd say that like Leeds, I mean, I'm technically from Wakefield, but Leeds is where like I am for work now. It's where I do a lot of like my promotional sort of events. I go to a lot of restaurants in Leeds to actually do content. So I feel like I do have a bit of a soft spot for Leeds now, just simply from working here, and also like aside from work, like doing content creation personally. That's also like really made me, favour Leeds, but never say never. I do like the idea of working in Manchester maybe at some point. But yeah, I just want to see obviously where this course sort of like takes me.
And yeah, well, that's pretty much all I have to ask. So I'll open the floor to if either of you want to plug any socials. Obviously, you will.
This one will plug socials. No, I'm okay. Direct all the traffic, please. All the traffic.
Proper made me laugh now with that direct all the traffic.
I'll make sure the search volume is there. I'll get the SEO on. Come on. All the traffic. Make sure you stuff it with keywords, yeah?
So yeah, Holly,
So-
where can people find your food blog?
So I am Instagram based, but I've also set myself up on TikTok now. But my main blog is over on Instagram. It's at Food Diaries by Holly T. And there's a lot of restaurants on it, cooking, but also like places I visit as well. So I'm wanting to expand into a mixture of making it kind of more like a lifestyle blog. So yeah, that's where you can find my page.
Yeah. Go and follow.
Go on.
And go to some of the places that she reviews, because
Yes,
Spot
with
on.
some really,
Is there any-
really good inspiration
Do you wanna
for ideas.
Do you want to mention anywhere you might be going soon to look out for? Look out for any posts about?
Yeah, so I'm actually doing some content. This is another non-food one, but I'm doing some content at... Do you want to adjust the camera first? Hang on.
Sorry. This camera
Retake.
This camera is way too heavy for the tripod.
yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, it looks like it's like kind of
It
like...
like droops.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. Yeah, is there anything particular coming up that people can expect to see on your blog?
Yeah, so I'm doing some content for Luna Cinema in York. They're over the Christmas season, so I'm heading down there this weekend to do some content, and that post will be coming next week.
Yeah, other than that, thank you for,
Thank
spending
you.
a bit of your time and
Thank you.
speaking to me.
And by the way, we did ask Alex how his placement was going.
We did, yeah. I'm just not in these because I'm in the rest of them. It's everyone else's time.
Yeah, we did ask him off camera.
We did ask him off camera,
Yeah,
yeah,
just
just to
happened
clarify.
be off camera, yeah.
We're not awful people.
Yeah. We asked him, but we kind of talked a little bit more about ourselves, perhaps.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe a
Maybe that's
little bit.
us. That's just who we are.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
But yeah, no, thank you guys. And I'm going to stop recording.
Yeah, thanks, Alex.
Is that a baton in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? She puts the shorty and he looks like he wants to chase me. Cop cuties, cute on duty, navy blue booties. Go ahead and lock me up, arrest me, but make it sexy. But yeah.